Okay, so long overdue, but I am here to show you how to play yellow. You already know the melody. We talked about that before, but I want to step you through some of the concepts of yellow and what it is that makes the song tick. So first things first is the melody, which you got down. It is in the key of B. I'm just gonna play through it real quick. Kind of messed that up, but that's the gist of it. Right? So, in order to understand how the music is moving, what you want to do is listen to the bass line. But before I get to the bass line, I want to break down what a major scale is. There's a lot of nuances to it, but I'm going to give you the real simple version. It is in the key of B, which means that how I like to describe it is it's in the family of B. And the B family has notes that are in its family, the B major scale. I'm gonna tell you what the B major scale is and also share with you the Nashville number system, which to me is the easiest way to understand what each family member and their role is and how it relates to the B major scale. It's way harder to explain and way easier to play. So don't be intimidated by any of these terms, all right? So let's get started. The first number, the father of the B major scale is in the name, B. That is B right there. So the B is the 1. The next number or the next note, which is the 2, is C sharp. The 3 is D sharp. The 4 is E. The 5 is F sharp. The 6 is G sharp. The 7 is A sharp. And then it returns back to the 1, which is B. The piano basically just repeats those notes all the way up and down. I can explain to you why it skips from B to C sharp, but I'll show you that in another lesson. I just want to kind of show you the fundamentals of how this song is built. So, like I said, what you want to do is kind of follow the bass line. I'm going to play the chords, I'm going to play the bass line so that you can hear how it moves. And then I will try my best to incorporate the melody with that as well. So basically how it goes is, actually instead of trying to play it on the keyboard, just so I can help you understand like how it works, I'm just going to kind of hum the melody. So this way you can see how it moves. So it goes. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Basically like that. I kind of messed up a little bit. Let me do it again. So that's basically the movement of the verse and how that sounds. Now I am going to show you the movements for the chorus. with the bass line and the melody. The bass line first. And that's how it ends. So it's like this. So in the actual song, it's a full band with guitars, singing, and piano, and obviously drums. So you really can't play all of the elements of the song on the piano at the same time, mainly because there's a few different things happening. But what you can do is interpret the song and pick the best parts of it so that it sounds full. So what I've already shown you is the bass line with the melody, which is basically the skeleton of the song. It's giving you the melodic information and it's giving you the harmonic information. And all harmonic information means is it's the sound bed of how the song moves, where it's moving, and that is dictated by the bass line. So what I'm going to show now is the chords that are associated, or the sound bed, the harmonic information that's associated with the movements of the song. Like I showed you in the beginning, the numbers of the major scale, each of these notes have chords associated with them that fit in the family and make sense. These are called diatonic chords. Don't be intimidated by the name. It's way harder to explain than it is to play. So basically, each chord, each number, each note has a chord associated with it. Obviously, the chord associated with it is B major, and it sounds like this and looks like this. So in that chord is B, D sharp, F sharp. B, D sharp, and F sharp. I'm playing the same chord in both hands. B, D sharp, F sharp. See how they look the same? You can play it all the way up the keyboard. See? Same notes. Same notes. Oops, I messed up one. Right? So that's the first chord that's played in the song. It sounds like this. Right? That part of the melody is over the B major chord. And in the bass is B, like I played in the verse. Second chord is F sharp major, and it looks and sounds like this. Right? Or this. Same chord. All the way up the keyboard. F sharp. This says A flat, but you could also call it G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp. I'm sorry, I said G sharp. That's A sharp. I meant A sharp. F sharp major chord. So it sounds like this. See? So it sounds like this. That's B major, F sharp major, The last chord associated in this song is the E major chord. And that sounds and looks like this. Sorry, I played it in two hands, so. That is E, G sharp, and B. And see, it has E in the bass. All the way up the keyboard. E, G sharp, B. It's all the way up the keyboard. So that's one thing I would encourage you to do is with these chords, find them all the way up and down the keyboard so you get really familiar with the keyboard. So it sounds like this. That's E major chord. And then back to B major. So the whole thing is B major, I'm gonna call it out while I play it this time. B major, F sharp major, E major, back to B major. Okay, so the next part is the chords for the chorus. This is what I was saying, that it's kind of tough to play everything because you have the melody, then you have this riff with chords that's played, and you also have the bass line. What I'm going to show you is the chords for the sound bed that's actually not really played, but you could play those chords along with the song as like an accompaniment. I think that's how you say it. And so it goes like this. If you remember, the bass line goes E, F sharp, B, G sharp, F sharp. Da, 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 da. So you already know the chords that are associated with 3 of those notes. The only one you don't know is G sharp. Okay? So just to review, the chord associated with E is E major. E major. All the way up the piano. Okay? So E major. And then the chord associated with F sharp. F sharp major, so it's right. So so far. Then if you notice in the bass line, it goes E, F sharp, B, right? You know the chord associated with B is B major. Looks like this, right? So far it goes E major, F sharp major, B major. I'll play it with one hand so it doesn't look as intimidating. E major, F sharp major, B major, right? E major, F sharp major, B major. Okay? And then the last chord that I have not shown you yet is G sharp. So this is where the chord changes. Just for review, the bass line goes E, F sharp, B, G sharp, right? You know the chords for those ones. Not to be a broken record, but E, F sharp, B, now you're on G sharp. Instead of it being major, it's actually minor. It sounds and looks like this. okay? That's G sharp, B, D sharp, G sharp, B, D sharp. So the whole sequence looks like this. E major, F sharp major, B major, G sharp minor, and then back to F sharp major, which you already know. So it looks like this. Just to review it really quick, I'm gonna do it really slowly. It'll go. Even slower. And I would do that in my left hand so that I can play the melody in my right. Okay, so this next part is about what is called inversions. Basically what an inversion is, it's taking the normal chord. So like for instance, let's say the chord E that I've showed you, E major. This chord is E major no matter what. As long as you play these three notes in a combination, it's still in E major. So if I move this E up to here, it's still in E major. See, well they say E major over G sharp, but it's still an E major. Because if I play E major down here, any combination of these chords, still E major, see? See, no matter what. No matter how you play it. The number of notes that are in a chord, that's how many possible inversions there are. So there's 3 notes in the E major chord. That means there's 3 inversions. This is root position. This is first inversion of E major. See, I just moved the E up to here, right? E major. That's still E major. It's just the E is up here. G sharp, B, E. And that's the first inversion. The second inversion is B. It's still in E major. See, because now I have the E here, the G sharp here, and the B here. It's way harder to explain than to actually play. So don't be intimidated by that. So basically there's 3 inversions, 3 positions of this chord. There's the root position, the normal E major, E, G sharp, B. There's first inversion, G, B, E, or sorry, G sharp, B, E, and then second inversion is B, E, G sharp, right? Why does that matter to this song? Well, it matters to all songs because if you play around with the inversions, you can change your voicing. So nothing you need to memorize here, but just let me give you an example. Remember that the verse was B major. I'll just do it with one hand so you can see it. Da 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 da. F sharp major. Da 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 da. E sharp, or sorry, E major. Da 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 da. Right? So I could change it up and play it like this. That's still B. That's still F sharp major, see? Because it's F sharp, A, C sharp. And then I can go to E and root position. Then I can play a different inversion of B, right? So there's lots of different ways. So I can literally play these 3 chords together and make it sound different every time. Here's an example. I'm just gonna do it in 2 hands. I'm playing the same chord, I just changed the inversions. So you can play around with different inversions of the chord to make the voicing sound more interesting the way you like it. That's a way that you can play the chords and along with the melody. The idea is to figure out the inversion that would make the melody be at the top of the chord. So for instance, I'm gonna try to do that right now. I know that the chords are da 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 da, right? So if I want da da da, right, da da da, what inversion of B allows me to have this note at the top? So there's root position, first inversion. I'll do it with one hand so you can see it. First root position, the normal B, first inversion. I'm moving the B up here, right? Second inversion, right? So maybe I want to choose that inversion so that I can play the melody. So now I'm at F sharp. The melody note is at the top of that root position. Might be as clear as mud. So basically I'm choosing the second inversion of B because that da 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 is up there at the top of that second inversion. And then I'm choosing the root position of F sharp major because da 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 da, right? It's at the top of that position, that inversion of the F sharp. And then so the melody lands at the top of that E major, the root position of E major. So really, in order to play the melody for this song, I'm choosing the second inversion of the B, right? Just to rewind and go back so that we can really make it make sense. So you have B major, da 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 da, F sharp major, da 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 da, E major, da 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 da, back to B major. Well, I want to play the melody note at the top of each of these chords. So instead of playing the root position, of B, I'm going to play the second inversion, which is that's root position, that's first inversion, that's second inversion with one hand. That's root position, first inversion, second inversion. All the same notes, just a different combination of notes. I'm choosing the second inversion because it has that note at the top. So I can do this. And I'm just gonna play the bass line in my left hand. That puts me in root position of F sharp major. Root position of E major. And I just chose to play the root position of that B. So for the actual chorus, it's a little, like I mentioned earlier, it's tougher to play all the parts. If I was playing in a band situation, I would play what the record is playing. What the record is playing is the bass line, like we played before. Bum, 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 bums. Da 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 dum, da 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 da, right? So what they do in the right hand, what the piano is doing, if you listen to the record, along with that bass line, it's playing this riff with these notes. What it's playing is the E. So remember, E major is, right? That's root position. First inversion is, that's first inversion. Second inversion is this. All the same notes, just different positions on the keyboard. There's only 3 different inversions, as a reminder. So if you listen to the record, what it's doing is second inversion of the E major chord, right? So I'll play with the bass line. That's what it's doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Over the those notes, it's playing the second inversion of E major, which is, right? It's gonna make sense when it all comes together. So then on the second part of the chorus, it goes, so the first part goes boom, 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 and it lands on the, or I'll actually call out the notes. So E, F sharp, B, then it lands on G sharp, right? Over G sharp, the record is playing the first inversion of B major. Again, it's way harder to explain than actually play. It's so simple to play. So it goes. You just practice that. Practice the rhythm. It's a little, it takes a little getting used to playing the melody, different things in your 2 hands, but I'll do it really slow. So, sorry, I messed it up. Okay, so. All right, there's one more chord, but I've just stopped there. I'm gonna play it one more time. Okay, again, last time. E, F sharp, oops. E, F sharp, B, one more time. E, F sharp, B, G sharp. All right, the last chord is, as you remember, it's F sharp major, which is F, A sharp, C. That's first inversion of it, but what they play on the record, or sorry, that's the root position of it, but what they play on the record is first inversion, right? Which is the same notes, but it is A sharp at the bottom of the chord. So see, same notes. Okay, it's so simple to play though. Watch, this is really what it's doing. It's going E, B. So it's going. Then you just slide these 2 down, right? And then slide these down. So. Real slow. Dun, 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 dun. So with the bass line. mess that up. So I'm gonna do one final playthrough of everything, and I really just wanted to show you that as long as you know the chords, as long as you understand the bass line of the song and the chords associated with the bass line, you can basically improv, you can riff off of the song, you can play along with the song. It's really, if you really want to dial in the different nuances of the song, that's where you sit down, you listen, pick out the parts that really make or break the song, and you can go from there. So what I'm gonna do is kind of show you an interpretation of it, and just to show you that you don't necessarily have to play every single thing, just play the essentials, especially if you're playing in a full band setting where maybe you have the guitar player who's playing lead or somebody's actually singing the song. So I'm going to most likely just hum and play along with the melody. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, inversions. all inversions. I'm just doing inversions. Just inversions. Inversions. There's only one chord I did not show you. It's A major, which is this. Da, da, da. See it on the A, C sharp, E, and then back to E major. Da, 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 back to B major. So that part sounds like this at the very end. Da, 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 da. That's A major, da, back to E major. That's still a B major. See, what I'm playing is, I just left out the D sharp. See that here? There's so much more we can build on, but that is pretty much the basic foundation of being able to harmonize and play and improvise around yellow. Let me know if you have any questions.